times.
To move in.
Been a magnificent ace-10 player, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. And yeah, of course, you know, now look, here's Roland could have raised with the sevens, but you know, if he felt Marcel was weak, he could have raised, but I don't mind the call.
It's quads.
Like I was saying, it was a great call.
It's just quads.
So let's see if he can play this hand.
Hey.
I love the check on the flop here, right behind him. Maybe checked a little too quickly.
Yes, looks like.
Lusk has got his head out the window.
Well, you know, Lusk may pick up that Roland's strong. Roland's flop quads. Now he's going to take a stab at it.
25,000.
Now, Roland, if he can find a way to just make a slow call where he seems really weak, he may get Lusk to bluff one more time. Because Lusk can always put him on a flush draw.
We know Marcel has nothing, but aren't there a lot of draws out there that Roland might want to, I don't know, pressure a little bit? Or
Raised
looks like
to
he's ready.
80,000.
And Roland's gone the other way. He's going to make a big move and try to, by raising so much, look weak to Lusk. But, I mean, I think he's basically given Lusk an easy fold.
You often find with these massive, massive hands that the really good players play them. It looks to people that it's like the same as having nothing, isn't it?
I just hate Roland's raise
bad
there,
raise?
personally. Well, I hate it, but I mean, you know, for some people it works. But I've had a lot more success when I flop the nuts by just, you know, study, call, and then, because more often than not they actually have nothing, and they're going to take one more, you know, bluff at it. Now, of course, also a king could have come on the river, and that might have been worth 50,000.
I would probably win that.
4 sevens for DeWolf. You feel good. You feel good when you flop quads.
It's nice, you know, and he picked up a lot of chips there, and
Nicely now.
you know, he's a chip leader now. He has almost 400,000. He didn't say anything. He didn't say I flop quads yet. He hasn't told anybody. We'll see if he can keep that in.
It's tough.
You wait one more,
Raised.
you get more.
I'm happy to take it there.
I check well.
I had the best hand, huh?
Check on the
I'm
blind.
happy to take it there. I had the best hand. He's trying to basically say I had nothing.
Check.
Um,
15.
Well, we know that he...
You had ace king, I had the best hand.
Marcel's
You had ace king?
getting a little busy here these
that
last
no
couple
problem?
hands, Phil. What's going on? I mean, is he just getting sort of out bad situations flop-wise? And
Well,
he's going to have to piece this one together.
Check it.
Check.
Kind of got each
I
other's
wouldn't be
cards.
surprised if... Well, look at this. Tony G's probably going to bet, what, 15,000? Yeah.
Called.
Insta-called, because Marcel has eights with a straight draw. They both don't want to make two pair, because the other would make a straight.
Tricky.
It's a lovely card. Marcel with a defensive bet of 15,000.
15,000.
And Tony can't really raise it.
Don't play with him.
Prepare.
So good defense. I mean, Tony G may have charged him 20 or 30 or 40,000 there on the river.
Jack was bad for you. I was in good shape.
Same as bad for you.
Yeah, it's a nice pot. I mean, the pots are
It's
starting to
pretty
kind of
obvious,
creep
though.
up there sample size-wise.
Tony G was his chip leader again. A common recurrent theme so far.
And Lusk has dusted off somewhere near 100K, Phil,
That's my
in
limit.
little
15
bits and bobs.
15,000.
He's still got,
7.5.
oh,
15.
right
Look.
about where he started.
The Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, it's no accident.
His chips are flying.
You know, he's the short stack on this table, and everybody's kind of looking over at him thinking, what is he up to?
Raised to 17,000 total.
There's the Queen Jack.
Pass. Call.
Marcel's going to
Pass.
call 17 with Ace 3.
He's,
And look at this, Tony G with Ace Queen. Oh, now what?
Call.
Now, why the
call.
call, Phil? Why the call? I mean, with Marcel in the middle there,
Yeah,
is it
that's
just...
it's peculiar. It's puzzling to
Give me
me.
a good
But look, as it turns out, he has both players dominated, and he's flopped an ace.
Oh, he's just wrapped Marcel up completely.
I mean, it's possible that Marcel could actually go broke on this hand. And look at this. They
30,000.
both flopped an ace,
Call.
and Kravchenko's the one that bluffed out at it.
Call.
Oh, this is really, really, well, somewhere between tricky and ugly, isn't it?
This is really ugly for Marcel. Right now he needs a 3, and only a 3, basically. Tony could have anything.
Yeah.
Tony could have the 10-8 for that matter. Look at this. Kravchenko backed his way into a jack. So now, now a lot of interesting things could happen
I mean,
here.
if they check here, then Marcel has to check, doesn't he? Or can he make a
Well,
big
let's see
bet?
what Tony G does do here. I mean, it's the action's on him, and he's trying to decide what to do.
But Tony's checked, and now Alex is checked.
Can Marcel be smart enough to make the check here? If he does check, he could hit a 3 to get doubled up, basically.
Check.
Check.
Okay, he needs a 3. Queen would be a disaster for Kravchenko, though. A queen or an ace is really bad. Queen is bad for Kravchenko. Ace is bad for Lusk.
This pot feels so
35,000.
sneaky. It's no, it's gotten big.
And Tony G is just, I mean, he's not the one you really expect to have anything. You know, except the way he usually plays poker, he could have anything here. Now, the 6-8 did hit, and the 8-10 did hit. And so Kravchenko made a good laydown, but Marcel, I think, is going to have to call this.
He wants to think about it, doesn't he, Phil?
Marcel can't fold, let's be honest.
Call.
Okay.
Tony G, perfect.
That
Played
beats
the
me.
hand really, really, really well.
What did you like best about it?
Well, he smooth called before the flop, and then he smooth called on the flop, and then he waited till all the blanks hit and bet 35,000 for value,
I'm lucky.
making sure that someone with an ace has to call him.
He's played trappy. He's played sneaky. He's got a big chip lead now. That was one of the biggest pots we've seen tonight. Man, this final table is setting up nice. Tony G continuing his domination in the chip lead. But how about DeWolf? A virtual double up since they started, and he owns this table right now. Black, Kravchenko, Lusk, they've held steady. They don't want to do that for too long. We're one player down, but still 5 remain. Next time, one of these players will be crowned Premier League champion and pocket $250,000.